students, it could be more difficult to kind of find out what you want to do, but also you have the opportunity to actually work with a faculty member on a project. And I felt like faculty was really open, like you could approach them, and there was a really nice atmosphere. And Gabriel and me were also involved in the program committee, so that was also a lot of changes. So you could actually initiate some changes as well with the program, which is really great. And yes, and the expenses is really a good thing to keep in mind for fieldwork, because the visas can be expensive, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, I had a really good fieldwork experience as well. And then now, what I'm doing now, I also did kind of like the research approach, because right now I'm actually writing PhD applications. So I think the program actually prepared me very well for a academic career, if you want to say that, because now I'm writing these research applications, I'm trying to write an academic article, and you kind of learn some of these skills. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. Yeah, thank you.
So, since the clock is ticking, I will quickly proceed with the practical matters. Entry requirements, probably. So if you are very interested now in the program, now you heard all these nice stories about the master. How do I get in? Well, first of all, we are looking for students who have a background in social sciences in the broadest sense, with at least 30 credits in international development courses. So that's the main requirement, either if you want to go for the master program, which is on the left-hand side, or the research master program on the right-hand side. And then, since, as already indicated, the weight on methods is much stronger for the research master, we require also more experience with those methods for the research master. So you need 30 credits in methods to be eligible for the research master, where you would need 20 credits for the regular master. Then also, in terms of, we are looking for the more motivated, the more talented students maybe in the research master program. So we are looking also for students with a higher GPA, 7.5 in the Dutch system. There is a great conversion table at the UvA website if you want to translate that to your local university. For the regular program, it's 7 on average. Both programs are in English, so English proficiency is required. You need to show your English proficiency. On the website, there is indicated which kind of tests do fulfill that criteria. Furthermore, we look at your statement of motivation. I know from the admissions committee for these programs, it's very important they really look on your motivation, why you want to do the program. And well, if you have already experience in the Global South, that is in any sense voluntary work, but potentially research already from your bachelor's program, that definitely helps in getting in. Both programs are in that sense competitive, but I would say if you match all the criteria here, you have a very solid chance to get in. If you do not match then entirely, there are options still to get in. I will get to that in a moment. The deadline to apply for the master, that's the main important thing, because we will make the selection based on who are in on that date, is 1st of March for 2019. I don't know who is planning to get enrolled for September 2019. Okay. And who would be interested to start the program in 2020? Also a few hands. So in general, you can say 1st of March, I think already for a few years is the deadline for the programs. So you can already write down that date in your calendar to make sure to apply in time. Should you not fulfill all the criteria that I just mentioned, we might offer you a preparatory program. If it's content-based knowledge that you're lacking, so knowledge in IDS, you're asked to join the preparatory program of 30 credits, which takes place throughout the year, and actually you take part in bachelor courses, of which Esther is teaching one of them, but there are more. I will show you the list of courses in a moment. If your methods is not fully where you want you to be, because you are expected to have both experience in qualitative and quantitative methods in social sciences, you might be invited to do a crash course on methods over the summer, 4 weeks, full-time methods training, which might sound horrific, but I every year see great reviews from students who actually took part in it and who really benefit from it also throughout the program. So even if you're not selected to compulsory do the course, I would strongly recommend you to have a look at it. And of course, well, I have to mention this course comes with, both programs come with additional costs. I will get to that in a moment. Yeah, in principle, the preparatory program gives you admission to the regular master program. If you perform outstanding throughout that time, you might still get an admission to the research master program. But in principle, the preparatory program is only for the regular master program. So what does the preparatory program look like? It's in fact 3 courses that are taking place from February till June, so half a year before the master actually starts. It contains the introductory course in international development studies with the core concepts of IDS, spatial implications of environmental change. Jyotita Gupta was just mentioned. She is the main professor of that course. And finally, education and international development, a course taught by Esther, and which is 6 EC. It says 12 EC here, but it's 6 EC. So altogether, it's 30 EC. Runs from it runs from February till June. And if you fulfill those courses successfully, then you may enter the master as of the next September. Application and registration, I already mentioned it, 1st of March. 2 steps to register. The first step is in StudyLink, and once you've done that, you will get more information by email on how to provide this with all the documents that I just mentioned. So motivation letter, your academic CV, language test, academic references, all these kind of things. In any case, it might take a bit for you to receive the email, so don't start with the first step on the 1st of March because you will be late. But start already now or in the coming week in order to finish step 2 before the 1st of March, because only full applications will be taken into account as of 1st of March. And since we select in the program, there's a very good chance that after that we will not allow any more applications. Since it's a full list of people we get and we need to assess them all, the notification is due mid of May. So there is some time to process all the files, and then by mid of May you will hear whether you're accepted for the program or not. If you have questions about the